7th of February, Rabbi Moore, Parsha Shavua Titzaveh.
Yeah, that's how the Ramban explains it. You look in the
So
Ramban.
it's actually the word "it" that you're commenting on. When it says Aaron shall arrange it, that's the oil, right?
Oh, it's actually the lamp, right? The oil for the lights.
Right. So then when we get down to the end of the sentence, it just says an eternal decree for their generations from the children of Israel.
That's basically the thrust of these two psukim. Well, how does the first pasuk start? And you will command the children of Israel that they obtain for you clear olive oil. He said it's an obligation on the children of Israel to bring it, not at the Kohanim. You will command the children of Israel that they obtain for you clear olive oil.
But it's up to Aaron and his sons to arrange the oil once it's been provided.
Yeah, but the provision of the oil is incumbent on the children of Israel, not on the Kohen.
Correct. When it says from the children of Israel, that's the point that it's making. Aaron and his sons are arranging the oil which was received from the children of Israel.
Which we actually mentioned before. You had to bring a mincha. Okay? You had to bring a mincha, half in the morning, half in the evening. The Kohen Gadol had to provide it from his own funds. It wasn't from the children of Israel that provided the meal or whatever the ingredients towards that meal offering. Kohen had to provide it himself. So
where did he get the money from?
He got paid a monthly wage by the forget. It says that it's interesting. The Gemara seems to imply that there was the general priest, it says that his brothers, Kohen Hagodol Me'echov, he had to be greater than his brothers. So Chazal learned from Me'echov, means his brothers, his brethren, fellow Kohanim, had to provide him a salary that made him more on a higher financial level than they were. They had to give him a good wage.
So Aaron, is that applied to Aaron and his sons or just Aaron?
No, so it says the Kohen Gadol, his salary came from his brethren, the fellow Kohen. That's what the pasuk says. Here, so he had to take the money from there. I mean, he wasn't a poor man. Kohen Gadol was not a poor man.
So did that apply always?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Is that part of the reason why the position of Kohen Gadol was so coveted?
What, that they wanted to be rich?
Yeah.
No, it was more like, it definitely was the spiritual side to it. But a part of it was that they had to be in a solid financial level.
So that was a prerequisite to being the Kohen Gadol?
No, that was an obligation. Once this person, Yaakov ben Yisrael, was appointed to Kohen Gadol, now he got a certain wage. I don't want to make the comparison, but like half the $11, like the prime minister is appointed prime minister, so he gets a wage as being prime minister.
Right, so, but he doesn't have to be wealthy in order to become prime minister.
No. Okay?
All right, so let's see. We're on the Rashi now.
Right.
May Erev ad boker, from evening until morning. 10 law, mi dasa, shetehei do lekes, may Erev ad boker. So give it its measure, that it should be that it will burn from the evening until the morning.
Right.
So this is an instruction saying to the Kohen, you need to make sure you put the proper amount of oil in there.
Correct.
V'shi'aru chachamim chatzi log lele teves ha'arukim. Okay, so the sages estimated half of a log for the night of the long winter, of the long nights of Teves. Where's Teves? Oh, there's Teves. The long nights of Teves. Half a log. Okay, and the
I'm not sure now. We discussed this. I'm just trying to look up the Gemara right now.
Yeah, you did the calculation yesterday. We came up
right
with
now. I said to you that the half a load was for all the lights together. I'm not sure that is so.
Yeah, this seems to be for each cup.
Yeah, could well be.
So we were off by a factor of 8.
7.
Oh, 7, right.
I don't have it over here. Yeah, it says quite clearly. Mishnah says you needed 3.5 load for each
day.
Half a load for each night. Yeah, the Mishnah says they had different measures. So it says Revius Mayos Meshameshes, Revius Mayim Lemetzora, Revius Shemen Lenoze, Chetzi Loig Mayim Meshamesh, Chetzi Loig Mayim Lesoita, Chetzi Loig Shemen Letoida. Okay, then it says Shloisha Mechza Lemenorah, Chetzi Loig Lechol Ner. So it's 7 times the quantity which we mentioned yesterday. So what did we say? Each Chetzi Loig is let me see over here. I'm going to make the calculation. Chetzi Loig, he says it's 70, 150. Even take the smaller shares, 170. Sorry, 0.1772 times. We said times 7 equals 1.2. It's like 1.2 liters every night times 365 per year. 440 liters per year times 39. It's 17,140 liters they needed in the wilderness. 17,140. That's so each 1,000 liters is a ton. Actually, it's a bit less as far as weight is concerned, because oil is lighter than water. But anyway, it's a huge amount. Okay, because previously we said yesterday 2.5. About 2.5.
That's why they needed so many donkeys.
Yeah. So whatever. There's a tremendous amount of oil. According to the Ramban, they brought it out with them from Egypt. They took it with them from Egypt. Other Mefarshim say that they bought it. They had it delivered in the. Had merchants bring them in the desert.
I heard last night in another shir that it was a miracle.
Yeah. So there's another opinion which says that, as I mentioned to you, that a little bit of oil lasted a very, very long time. The chayah is a bit of a problem because they had to put in that shear, that measure each night, and each night they had to put in that measure. Okay.
So moving right along in the Rashi, let's see. V'chein lechol halelos.
Similarly for all nights.
Similarly, for all the nights,
Even in summer.
yivaser, and if there would be extra, ein bechach klum.
Didn't matter. Ein bekach klum. It didn't matter.
What's bekach?
It was nothing in that was anything.
In that.
It means it didn't matter. That's basically ein bekach klum. It's like a colloquial phrase. So in Hebrew means it didn't matter. It was yeah. What I want to make up another point over here. Yeah, actually the Gemara says they use different sized wicks in summer and winter.
Oh.
In winter they use thinner wicks to burn longer, and in summer they use thicker wicks to burn a short amount of time.
So it was more dim in the winter.
I guess so. It wasn't anyway. The light was the same because it was miraculous. It says the light of the menorah just filled up the. When you would walk into the Mishkan, even though there were no windows whatsoever, it had the appearance of daylight any time of day, even at night.
Aha.
Okay?
All right. We have time for one more.
Yeah.
Ve'ata hakrev elecha es ha'aron achicha ve'es banav ito mitoch b'nei Yisrael lecha hano li Aharon Nadav va'avihu Elazar v'Samar b'nei Aharon. So, and you bring near to you Aharon, your brother, and his sons with him from among the children of Israel, so that he will be a Kohen to me. So that he will be.
Annually, that he should act as a Kohen for me.
For me. I'm sorry, I got to get this call. They're very insistent.
Okay. Aaron, Nadav, Avihu, Elazar, Isamar b'nei Aaron. The Aaron and Elazar and Isamar, the sons of Aaron. Okay. It's interesting. The Aaron is the main player here. It says, it's Aaron Ochicha, Vesbonov Iton, and his sons with him. There was the main player is Aaron. and his sons come secondary. But they are mentioned each one by name. Aaron, Nadav, Avihu, Elazar, Isama, b'nei Aaron. Okay? We're going to see later, Lamaisa, Aaron had 4 sons, and at this point, he even had 1 grandson. And that was Pinchas. But for some reason, Pinchas was not chosen to be a Kohen initially. Later on, he gained the position of being Kohen for having done the act of zeal in killing Zimri, killing Zimri and the woman with whom he did the Avera, by killing them. So because Pinchas did that act of zealousness, act of zeal, he was zeicher to become a Kohen. But prior to that, he wasn't. So therefore, the pasuk only mentions Aaron and his 4 sons. Okay? Now, Rashi makes an interesting point over here. It says, "Va'ato hakriv elecho la'achar shetigmo meleches hamishkan." After you complete the construction of the Mishkan. Rashi's pointing out over here, it shouldn't be misled into thinking that last week's Parsha, Moshe Rabbeinu was commanded to build the Mishkan. And here, Moshe Rabbeinu is told, separate Aaron and his sons to act as Kohanim. So I might think the separation of Aaron is to take place immediately, should we say, hand in hand with building the Mishkan. Says Rashi, no, that's not the kavana, that's not the intention of the Torah by telling us this. It's one is to follow on from after the other. First, build the Mishkan, and then separate Aaron to act as Kohen. Aaron and his sons to act as Kohen. Okay. Let's do pasuk base, maybe Gimel as well. Vasisa vikte kodesh Aaron achicha lechaboid ulesifares. You shall make garments of holiness for Aaron your brother, lechaboid ulesifares, for honor and for glory. Now Rashi doesn't make any comment on this, but the idea is that I guess we all wear uniforms, meaning we all wear clothing which we want people to see us in what kind of impression we want to make on people. That's the type of clothing we wear. So Rashi, the Torah is telling us that Aaron and his sons are going to have a very special task, mission, that is to do the service, to do the avodah in the Mishkan, to offer korbanos and all the other avodas that were supposed to be done in the Mishkan. Kosh Baruch Hu is telling Moshe, I'm telling you, make special clothing for them, that they should have this special clothing. Obviously, it's going to be used when they do the service, when they do the avodah, but it should act for them lechoved ulesifares, meaning Kohen Gadol will be, it wasn't stam, he come in his regular clothing to do the avodah. He had a special uniform, and this uniform itself, because of this special purpose it was used for, the avodah in the Mishkan, and later the Beis Hamikdash, therefore that gave tremendous honor and glory to the people, to Kohen Aaron and his sons who were wearing them. They say, oh, you see, it's like, I'll give an example. A policeman is not a good thing anyway. Maybe in England, or certainly England, they're more respectable, the policeman. But a policeman is proud, he wears his uniform because he's proud to show that he's a policeman. So therefore, wearing a policeman's uniform is something to be proud of, because that shows you're a policeman. Same thing over here, the Kohanim were to receive special clothing to show that they are Kohanim, and the fact that they are Kohanim, these clothing will show that they are Kohanim, that in itself will give honor and glory to the Kohanim, because see, I'm wearing this special clothing. So it means I'm a Kohen. And therefore that then itself gives them tremendous honor. Okay? I think we'll stop here, and tomorrow we will continue with Pasuk Gimel. Okay? Very good. Have a great day. Chio, be well.
Getting more and more excited.
Sorry?
Getting more and more excited. Getting more and more excited.
Exciting. Okay, good. Okay? Fine. Very good. Kultiv.
This come. This come.
What?
Yes.
Tomorrow. We must have to